Me and Q in the Super Bowl, man. Big as the what?
Yeah, I
Big as
mean,
the
I guess
Super Bowl.
we should probably start there, shouldn't we? Final of the Super Bowl. Congratulations to you two, the fantasy Super Bowl, getting in there. Yeah, what a weekend. Let's just jump in because we don't have much time today. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nameless NFL show. Week 16 recap, week 17 picks. Can you believe, boys, it's week 17? Only one more week after this of the regular season. Then we're going to have some playoff content on the way. But we need to start off the week 16 roundup. The Christmas Day episode, by the way, this should be going up on Christmas Day. So happy Christmas to everyone celebrating. Happy holidays to everyone who's just got the day off. And yeah, like, what is there to be merry about? Let me start there. In the space of one weekend, my Dallas Cowboys and my Ravens, not mathematically, but pretty much knocked out of the playoffs. And me, myself, and I knocked out of the fantasy playoffs. All in one weekend. It can't go on like this, can it? It can. What is even the point? That's why Q is rocking the fucking Christmas hat. Key's got the Christmas jumper on. I'm here just a fucking depressed football fan. But yeah, in terms of our picks from last week, I went 9-7. Not a bad week. I thought I actually did better than that because I picked some underdogs to win. Got those W's, and they normally feel like they count as 2. Key, what was your record last week, and anything to say as you introduce yourself and your team?
Yeah, just Merry Christmas, guys. With this being out, I did better. I was 11-5 this week. Smashed it. Titans beat the Chiefs. I picked the Titans. What a great day.
And down below us, we have our Santa hat wearing Mr. Q.
Yeah, it's wasn't a very merry week for me either. I went 8-8 in my picks, just stumbling over the finish line, just like last year. And I am very not happy about the game. I don't want to talk about it too much, otherwise I'll rant for the whole hour that we probably have to record today. So let's just move on from that.
I can't even remember who you played last week. Oh, I do remember, actually. I do remember. How could I forget? Anyway, let's move into... I feel like we should just skip over the week 16 and just start straight up with week 17 picks. Unless, do you want to do... In fact, fuck it, we've got time. Q, do you want to give us your winners and losers of last week, if you even want to?
Yeah. Well, I don't always want to, but my biggest winner last week was definitely the Jaguars. I thought the Broncos were totally just going to keep their winning streak going, just completely crush the Jaguars, but I think we finally saw why Trevor Lawrence was a #1 overall pick, just completely dismantling the defense. Talk about best red zone defense in the league, and he's got 4 red zone touchdowns on the day. That was pretty incredible to see from him. And my biggest loser is probably the Rams. Same thing as the Patriots last week. You have your divisional opponent who you're fighting for the divisional crown on the ropes, and you just can't get it done. It's just very unfortunate to see that, and surely going to leave a bad taste in the mouth of Rams fans.
Yeah, what a game that was to start the week, by the way. We started the week with a bang. Ended the week with... What did we end the week with?
Bang, bang.
Wasn't it the Patriots Ravens?
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Because this guy doesn't watch your team.
What was the game? It was Patriots Ravens, wasn't it?
Monday night.
Oh no! Oh
Are
yeah!
we being dead
shit!
ass?
No, it was him. It was his team. My bad. I forgot. I actually watched that game as well. Second Niners game I've watched this year.
Brock balled out.
Brock did ball out, but he's like a neutral, like, you know, fucking like what's that like you know, like the D&D grid where it's like chaotic evil and fucking neutral good and shit like that. He's just neutral in the middle. Because the first game I watched, he was complete arse. Second game I watched, he balled out. So that brings him to like a net 0. So I need to see more from Brock Purdy if I'm going to call him a top 10 QB. Speaking of that first game of the week, though, we move into big dog of the week. I won't stay on it too long. I know Key was probably hoping it'd go to Brock Purdy this week, but it's not going to Brock Purdy this week. Big dog of the week goes to a man on the losing side of the team. And I always like to do that, to be honest, give it to a player on the losing side of the team, because that's just a big dog performance. He balled out. He couldn't do anything else. LeBron against the Golden State Warriors, one-man team. I tried everything. Couldn't get the job done. Puka Nacua is big dog of the week. 16 targets, 12 catches, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Round of applause for Puka Nacua. He got big dog of the week. I was
Yeah,
hoping
you
you'd
would give
catch
it out to losers, Chuck Howley.
Oh man, hey, I actually should I rescind that award. Actually, we probably shouldn't even go into that. So week 17, we start off with a triple header on Christmas Day, boys. What a treat. You know what I mean? What a little treat for us. Starting off with the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. 6.5 points is the point spread at the moment. That seems like a lot of points in a division game. And the Cowboys, I just don't trust them to spread butter on a piece of toast. Never mind cover a spread in a game with how arse this defense is. But obviously, CD Lamb anytime touchdown. Give me CD for at least like, I don't know, 110 yards maybe. George Pickens at least 80 yards. Give me Cowboys to win and cover. Key. This game don't even matter because we're both out the playoffs now, but still, it should be a decent game. Give me the over as well. If you got Key.
I was literally gonna say the same thing. Like this game just does not matter whatsoever. I'm sure
It
I seen
does.
that the backup Commanders QB is injured as well, Marcus Mariota. I'm sure he's day to day, so he might not even play. But either way, give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, Marcus hurt his finger in the last game against the Eagles, which was absolutely devastating for a man who needed the Commanders to win. And yeah, fuck the Eagles. Q, who have you got?
Well, I mean, if there's any time for the Cowboys to pick up a win, it's now against the Commanders. If they're down to their third string quarterback, I don't think the quarterback for the Commanders matters too much. I see the Cowboys winning it either way.
Well, we move on to another division matchup. I saw Penei Sewell was complaining about this. The Lions played on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, but that's what you sign up for as a professional athlete. You know what I mean? We put an episode up on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, you know, and we're not getting paid £50 million. Penei Sewell, give me like 10 million, I'll be all right. Anyway, it's the Lions at the Vikings. Goff at 9. Sounds like my schedule. Minus 5.5 points. The Lions are favorited by. Give me the Lions to win and cover. I know it's a division game. Seems like a lot of points. The Lions defense sucks. Their secondary sucks. They've got like Q and Key at safety at this point. Like, but give me the Lions to win. Q, who have you got in this division rivalry?
Yeah, I think the Lions are definitely going to get their lick back from earlier in the season. We talked about that was pretty much the second coming of JJ McCarthy this season. First was week 1 against the Bears, and then he showed out against the Lions. I don't think they forgot that. I don't think, even with a crappy defense, they're not going to forget about that anytime soon. So I think they're going to try their best to absolutely kick this kid's ass. So I'm going with the Lions.
Key, who have you got, bro?
Sorry, I was just giggling to myself about it. Just when you said for 50 million, it reminded me of Unk, where he's like, for 50 million, I go to hell.
I mean, they're in Detroit.
I was about to say for 50 million, I'd go to Detroit. I'd go all the way across 8 Mile. Oh man.
Well, give me 50 million because I'm going Detroit. Give me the Lions.
Nice. And then we move on to the late slate, another division matchup, which when I'm sure the NFL drew this game up at the start of the season, they thought this was going to be a banger on Christmas Day. It's turned out to not be a banger. It's the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. Broncos favorited by 12.5 points. Patrick Mahomes, ACL, done for the season. Gardner Minshew is back up. ACL, done for the season. God bless whoever is in third string quarterback position for the Chiefs. I don't even know who they've got, bro. I only just found out they had Gardner Minshew last week. I thought he was still over by the Eagles or the Raiders or something. Go on, Key.
Might well have me. I was just saying.
Oh, you were volunteering. Yo, Andy put me in, Coach. Coach Reed put me in. I'll go next. Yeah, 12.5 points. The Broncos, I feel like they struggled to cover spreads this season from my own experience, but and it's a division game, which usually you think, hey, that's a lot, but I feel like the Chiefs are just done, bro. You know what I mean? I've said last week they'd beat the Titans because they just have a better squad, but after watching that, like, bro, they're just going to try and tank, and I don't even know what you can go and get in the draft this year because I have not kept up with college football at all. But yeah, Broncos to win and cover, and that's 3 away wins on Christmas Day. I'm going for home field advantage means nothing on Christmas. Key, who are you picking and why?
it's a tough situation in the QB room for the Chiefs. You could put me in there and I'd chuck it up there. Travis Kelce's down there somewhere. He's gonna drop it. But either way, I don't like this Bo Nix love that he's getting. I feel like people are saying he's a top 5 QB right now, and I'm not there for it. But I'm still taking the Broncos because the Chiefs suck.
I have a little point to make about Bo Nix, but Q, I'll let you make your pick first, bro.
Yeah. I think it's obviously got to be Broncos in this one. Last week I also picked the Chiefs just because I thought Patrick Mahomes out, their defense is still pretty decent, but it didn't look like they were ready to play at all. Not really inspired to do anything. I think once they were eliminated from the playoffs, I think they're ready to be done for the year, which I can understand a little bit, but at the same time, you're still fighting for your job. You gotta at least look like you're trying. Surely didn't look like it to me. So give me Broncos in this one.
Yeah, so on the topic of Bo Nix, I just wanted to get the Christmas games out the way at the start of the episode, since it is Christmas Day that this is going up on. So if anyone wanted to catch those early, but I want to call a quick time out in the episode just to quickly talk about the Pro Bowl. Did you guys see the rosters came out for the Pro Bowl selections? I thought I'll just read through each position group. We can give a bit of input on the Pro Bowl selections, whether we think anyone was snubbed or whether we think anyone got in there that didn't deserve it. There's definitely a few names I think in there that didn't deserve it this year. We start off with the AFC though. No Bo Nix, despite the Broncos being the number 1 seed near enough. I think they still are number 1 seed, right, in the AFC. Even after that loss last week. So. But yeah, I mean, well, the team that beat him, Trevor Lawrence, obviously know him. He's not in there. We don't see Bo Nix. The 3 quarterbacks selected from the AFC: Josh Allen, MVP, sympathy MVP. Justin Herbert and Drake May. Jay Herbo, bro. Like, oh, are we being for real? Am I tripping, or is I don't think Jay Herbo should be in there. Am I just tripping?
I don't think there's any Denver Bronco fans.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I mean, Terrell is a Broncos fan. Terrell Mallory from the Mallory Bros. He's a Broncos fan. But in fact, I have a friend who's a Broncos fan from the UK as well. So there's 2. So at least 2 people could have voted for Bo Nix. In fact, saying that, Terrell hates Bo Nix, so at least 1 person would have voted for Bo Nix if the fans got a vote. But yeah, I'm just like, Jay Herbo, bro, for real. I don't think he deserved a Pro Bowl selection. Or am I tripping?
If the fan gets a vote, that's the whole point of the Pro Bowl now. It's essentially a popularity contest. Travis Kelce got the most votes for the 2nd year in a row, and what the fuck has he done this year? So that's just the pop star girlfriend effect for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Travis Kelce did indeed get the fan vote in the AFC. I don't know was there a fan vote for the NFC too, or was that just 1 player in the entire league?
It's the whole fucking Pro Bowl.
Fucking hell, boys, I'm still fucking sick. AFC running backs, looking at this list, this is a pretty straightforward one. Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, James Cook. I mean, that checks out to me. I'm not mad at any of those selections. Key, you've got 2 of those guys in your fantasy team. I'm sure you're happy with those selections too. And James Cook, obviously in Q's fantasy team. Would you look at that? The 2 guys who made the final as well of the playoffs. Unbelievable.
Biggest the what? Sorry.
AFC fullback is my boy Patrick Ricard. He missed the start of the season, but having him back in the lineup definitely changed that Ravens run game. There's a lot of Baltimore Ravens in this Pro Bowl selection, I will say. And that just shows how arse the AFC actually is, because the Ravens have sucked this year. Speaking of Ravens, let's move into the wide receivers in the AFC. Jamar Chase, fair enough. Nico Collins, fair enough. Cortland Sutton, okay, there we go. There's a Bronco key. And Zay Flowers. Now, I'm a Ravens fan. I'm a fan of Zay Flowers. He's got 1,000 yards on the season. He's not a red zone guy. He's a small body receiver, but he'll find the gaps in zones, get you the yards to move down the field. But a Pro Bowl selection, are we being for real after this season? He has more fumbles than touchdowns. You know what I mean? He's got 2 touchdowns this season, 3 fumbles. That's crazy. He only has 2 more touchdowns than me. And he's a wide receiver. In fact, saying that though, to be fair, the quarterback position, we've had a lot of problems this year in Baltimore. But Zay Flowers, he's playing like a... Okay.
I honestly could have guessed that, you know.
Well, all of that for a bit that's getting cut anyway. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other AFC receivers I would put in there, to be honest. I feel like the AFC is just lacking for the receiver position.
T Higgins, no?
I mean, you put Jamar in there. Would you go double Bengals?
Yeah, but I feel like you said, it's lacking. I feel like he's had a good season despite his injuries.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone I would even replace. Like I say, the AFC must just be whack for receivers. Tight ends, though, they've got some good options over there. Brock Bowers, despite being injured for a lot of the season too, he's in there as the starter. And Travis Kelce got that sympathy vote again. I'm going to skip over the O-line because who the hell cares about offensive line? Sorry to any O-lineman. What I will say, though, Joe Alt got in there in the tackle group, and he played like 3 games this year, bro. What are we doing? Maybe there's just 2 billion Chargers fans, Jay Herbo and Joe Alt, and they've both been injured for half the season. Well, not really Jay Herbo, but Q, you wanted to interject?
I was gonna say the same exact thing. Joe Alt's only played 6 games and made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Is the competition that bad? Is it like the receivers? I don't know. With Deion Dawkins got in there as a starter, you already know. I like to see that from him. Tyler Linderbaum got voted in as well. Ravens obviously center. Ravens O-line suck this year, bro. You know, I mean, I'm just glad that Daniel Farley didn't get in there, bro. He can't block the sun out your eyes. That guy, my God, he's getting cut next year. Some of the stuff I've seen him do this season, horrendous. Let me pick up the pace a little bit. Defense for the AFC, Will Anderson Jr., Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby as defensive ends. No arguments there, I don't think. 3 of the best, if not the 3 best defensive ends in the league. Defensive tackle, we have Jeffrey Simmons and Chris Jones starting. Chris Jones, has he had a good season? Really? With the Chiefs out the playoffs? I mean, the only thing I've seen that guy do is cry during the national anthem, which, you know, I mean, you know, fair enough. Shout out to America, you know, the land of the free and the home of the Chiefs. But yeah, Chris Jones, what's he doing as a starter? Zach Allen got nominated from the Broncos. That's my guy. And he's not starting. Okay, whatever. Outside linebacker, though, we've got Nick Bonito and TJ Watt. Who knows if TJ Watt will even make it to the Pro Bowl? What's going on with him? Is he even going to play again? He got his fucking lung jabbed by some fucking Steeler. You know what I mean? Steeler. Now, I know what you're thinking, Q, but I do actually know her, because usually I hardly know her. Anyway, I just thought that this said Tua Tagovailoa as outside linebacker, but it says Tuli Pelotu from the Chargers. Another Charger. Now, I know what you're thinking, Q. Anyway, sorry. Here we go. Here's another Raven, which I just don't agree with. Middle linebacker starter from the AFC is Roquan Smith. That guy has lost pace this year. Or maybe, you know, the stats back up these selections. Maybe they do. But for me, I watch the Ravens every week and I'm like, Roquan Smith, bro. Like, if the top was running, it'd be running faster than him. Like, that guy has no legs left underneath him. Azeez Al-Shaair is the backup linebacker from the Texans. He's had a great season from what I've seen. I think he should be started, but then I'm just biased towards this Texans defense. As we move into corners, we've got Derek Stingley Jr. and PS2 as the starters again. Probably the best 2 in the league. No complaints. Christian Gonzalez as the backup. That's my guy, Gonzo. He had a great game against the Ravens. And Denzel Ward as well. Hey, what's happened to this Browns defense, by the way? Because every week when we pick the Browns games, we always say the Browns defense is like sick. And then I feel like the last few weeks, they've just been getting bummed every week. Or am I tripping?
Well, I mean, Myles Garrett's on the record chase, so they got probably 3 guys on him every play. And once you shut down Myles Garrett, it doesn't really create a whole lot of opportunities for other guys, even if he is getting triple teamed.
Yeah, but we were saying
they're
like
on the field.
Go on.
They're on the field a whole lot too.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah. Man, what is going on with that organization? But I'm like, Denzel Ward, Carson Schlesinger, you know, it's... Anyway, safety position, Jalen Ramsey has been voted in as a free safety, so shout out to him. Obviously, he was getting burnt at corner. They moved him to safety, and he's been playing well since he has made that move. Strong safety votes go to Kyle Hamilton, my guy, and Derwin James. So shout out to those guys. Another Charger. That's a lot of Chargers in this. Even the place kicker, Cameron Dicker, another Charger. There must be some insider trading here. Damn, missed that one. NFC quarterback starter for the Pro Bowl is Matthew Stafford. Backups, Sam Darnold and Dak Prescott. Any arguments there on Sammy D and Dak making the list in this NFC vote? Because there's a lot of good QB play this season in the NFC. I've saw a lot of people mad about Dak getting in there. But I'm obviously not going to complain. Do you guys have any rebuttal for Dak Prescott getting a Pro Bowl?
No, I thought he's probably been one of the brightest spots on the Dallas team this year. So I don't really see the problem with him getting in. People just gonna hate on the Cowboys like usual, which I mean, fair enough. But Dak has actually been balling this year.
Thanks for the kind words, Q. I was waiting for this guy to hate, but I guess he's on
I'm
the
I'm not a biased hater like someone else.
He's got your logo on today, bro.
True. I saw the star on the chest and
I just feel like Dak's been the most he hasn't been injured. He's been consistent. He might have had like a one or two not great games, but I feel like he's been consistent. He's been there. So I'm not mad at it.
Running back position, again, this is a pretty straightforward 3, no complaints. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, we have Christian McCaffrey, and Bijan Robinson. Obviously CMC being Key's guy, Jahmyr Gibbs just having one of those seasons. What I will say though, 2 of these players on teams not making the playoffs. And the Falcons, negative record. Spooky over there in Atlanta. Keith, you're going to love this one. The fullback from the NFC is none other than Kyle Juszczyk, Key's favourite player behind CMC. I actually said to Key the other day, Q, outside of CMC, who's your favourite player? And he said Kyle Juszczyk. I was like, a fullback is your favourite player, second favourite player. Fair enough.
Well, I mean, usually Juszczyk's in front of CMC, no?
Alan,
it's a bad
run
joke.
talking
blocking.
about
there you
formation?
Go.
Okay.
There we go.
That took a while the cogs took a while to turn there. I apologize.
Yeah, no, the best jokes are the ones you have to explain.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Wide receivers for the NFC. Again, no complaints from me for this one. We have Puka Nacua, JSN, George Pickens, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I feel like Amon-Ra's been a bit quieter this year, or am I making that up? I feel like last year he was going crazy every week, and this year I don't see it as much, or maybe I'm just not watching him as much. But that's my guy. I watch his podcast every week, so shout out to Amon-Ra and EQ. Some fan tried to beef me in his comments the other day, by the way. And he was a Packers fan, Q, so I'm going to have words with you because you are obviously the spokesperson for all Packers fans. They done a podcast. Yes, they done a podcast and they had no guest on. And Amon-Ra said at the start, sorry, we don't have a guest on this week. Or at the end, he said that. And I commented something just like, this was a good episode, even with no guests. Sometimes it's nice to just hear the bros just chop it up, you know what I mean? And then some random Packers fan commented saying something crazy. He was talking crazy to me about love to see y'all crying. Amon-Ra's crying and I love it. Go Pack, go, something like that. And I said, there's no y'all about it. I'm not a Lions fan. I just like the podcast, you know what I mean? And I was like, speaking of Packers fans though, I run a show over on my channel. Come subscribe. Go Pack, go. You know what I mean, Q? I had to try and recruit the boys, but I mean, you might know him because, I know Green Bay, small town, everyone knows each other. Just made that the fuck up. Don't even... What am I talking about? Anyway, should we talk about tight ends? Let's talk about tight ends. Trey McBride, obviously the starter in the NFC because he is the best tight end in the league right now. He is the guy. And, Cero Miedo, George Kittle in at the backup spot for the tight end. I love that first down, Selly. I can't lie. It is so hard.
It's so good.
Again, gonna skip the O-line because who even cares? But what I will say, Trent Williams.
Trent Will.
Yeah, history made, most Pro Bowl selections of all time. Joe Tooney in there too. Good to see the old timer getting another selection. Shout out to him. Let's move into the defense. Q. Defensive end. Micah Parsons, first season with the Packers. Another Pro Bowl selection for him, but he obviously will not be there to play in the Pro Bowl. Aiden Hutchinson and DeMarcus Lawrence, the other selections at the end. Defensive tackle, we have Jalen Carter, Leonard Williams, and Quinnen Williams. Now, I feel like Q Will didn't start balling until he got to the Cowboys, and he's only been here like 3 weeks. So that's another one where it's like, did he just get voted in for the name? And Jalen Carter, has he really done that much? He is great, Jalen Carter, but that feels like another popularity vote. Outside linebacker, we have Brian Burns. Shout out to the 2-15 New York Giants. You know what I mean? Congratulations on your Pro Bowl player. Jared Verse and Byron Young, though, those two Rams in there at outside linebacker. Absolute dogs right there. Jack Campbell and Zach Bourne made it for the inside linebacker spots. Zach Bourne, again, I feel like the Eagles haven't been that good. The defense has come on of late, last few weeks, especially since they got Jalen Phillips, I feel, on the trade deadline. He's been great for them. And that defense has looked like rejuvenated since then. But start of the year, they weren't the team of last year. And that's another reason why moving into the cornerbacks here, Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell both got in again. And I'm like, yeah, great seasons last year, but they haven't been the same players, I don't think, from last year. But they're not even the starters. The starters are JC Horn and Devon Witherspoon. So shout out to those guys, man. At safety, we've got Kevin Byard from the Bears. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in interceptions, that guy. Antoine Winfield Jr. from the Bucks and Buda Baker from the Cardinals. So that is... Oh, and also I've got to mention this. Place kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Shout out to BA, my guy. I'm still mad, by the way, about that last episode of Hard Knocks. You can't tell me this sport is not scripted when the entire episode of Hard Knocks for the Cowboys section was about Brandon Aubrey. They followed the kicker of the Cowboys, the long snapper, and the holder. They went to Brandon Aubrey's house for a meal, and it was Brandon Aubrey, his wife, the long snapper, and the placeholder. And then BA missed 2 field goals in the game and cost the Cowboys the game. You can't tell me this game's not scripted, bro. Like, what are we even doing? Why even... Imagine in the production meeting, right? Imagine we was having a production meeting for Hard Knocks. Q, you come up to me and say, I think this episode we should focus on the kicker. You're fired on the spot. What kind of idea is that? There's got to be some evil script at play, but that is the Pro Bowl nominations. Anything to add, boys? Because I feel like I've just been talking for 26 minutes.
I mean, punters are people too, so shout out your guy, Jordan Stout, and I don't even know who the NFC punter is, but, you know, they're still people too.
The Niners have a long snapper in there also. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
I'm sure we have a punter, no?
No, the punter's from the Commanders. Do you want me to go back and do the special teams? Yeah, your guy hasn't played since like last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would that get him a Pro Bowl selection?
Get him in.
Rashid Shaheed, by the way, is the kick returner in the NFC. Shout out to him because he is a baller. I want to get that in there. But yeah, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program and go back to picking the games after that little Pro Bowl detour. Are we even going to watch the Pro Bowl this year? Should we do a pick on the Pro Bowl? A dedicated Pro Bowl pick video? Probably not. No one's going to watch that. I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't even edit that. Let's get back to the games though. We got another Saturday night game, yeah. I don't know why the NFL just randomly throws in Saturday night games sometimes, but we have the Texans at the Chargers. 2 of them, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, and the second one's a big one. We'll get to that. But the first one is Texans at Chargers. Chargers 2.5-point favorites. Q, I'll let you kick us off.
Yeah, I think I'm rocking with the Texans on this one. I'm still very high on their defense, even if the Raiders had one of their best performances of the year. I definitely think that was more of them. We talked about it before, looking ahead a couple weeks instead of taking each week one at a time. Ashton Genty is a dog. He had a great game, but not enough to beat the Texans defense. And I can definitely see the Texans defense getting back to form against the Chargers. So give me Texans.
Nice. Key, who have you got?
I don't hate it, but I don't agree. I think the Chargers win, but I respect Q's pick. I just think, I don't know. I feel like it's time for a late run for the Chargers. So I feel like this is it.
Yeah, 10-5 Texans and 11-4 Chargers. From how the Texans started this season, I would not expect them to be 10-5 right now because they were looking terrible the first few weeks. It really wasn't until Dougie Mills came in that the offense started clicking, and then obviously CJ just picked up the slack where he left off. But I am with you, Q. I am picking the Texans here as 2.5-point underdogs. I just like that defense, really do. And the offense last week looked terrible, but I feel like they can get something going. This Chargers team, though, maybe I've got to put some respect on them. They've got all these Pro Bowl selections for a reason. Good team, but there's still part of it that, oh my God, bro, the O-line's still banged up. Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter, Justin Herbert with a broken wrist. He might have 2 broken wrists at the end of this game. Give me the Texans. Let's move on to the late game on the Saturday. It is my Baltimore Ravens traveling to Green Bay to play Q's Packers. The spread on this one also 2.5 points in favor of the home team. I feel like the Packers should be way more like favorited. Favorited, is that a word? Probably, maybe. I don't know what the bookies are doing with these spreads with the Ravens game. Last week we were 3-point favorites against the Patriots. I said in the video that should not be the case. That should be the other way around. Give me the Patriots, which I took in the end, won a bit of money. You know what I mean? It was a good weekend despite being knocked out the all of the playoffs. But Q, I'll let you start with your Packers against this bum-ass Ravens team. I don't even know if Lamar's playing. I haven't seen the injury list yet.
Well, I think that's part of the reason that the spread is the way it is, because both teams have questions about their quarterbacks coming in. But I don't care if it's Clayton Tune or QB jersey number 2. Read the room, guys. Packers by 5, obviously.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot Jordan Love went down as well. So it's gonna be the backup, battle of the backups. Ah man, give me the Ravens. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to split it and let Key be the tiebreaker. Key, who have you got on this one?
First of all, before I pick, does this mean anything to anybody, this game? So if the Ravens win, are the Packers out? If the Packers win, are the Ravens out?
The Ravens need to win out and the Steelers lose out, I think, for the Ravens to make the playoffs. The Packers, I think you've already clinched playoff, haven't you? Or do you need one more win?
Win and we're in. We got one more we need to take care of. Steelers really did us a favor last week. We're hoping to return the favor this week.
Yeah, if the Lions lose on Christmas Day, though, the day before, then you're fine anyway, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's the
There's a
maths.
lot of shit going on in the NFC.
I think that's the maths. I'm not 100%, but yeah, both teams need this game essentially.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, but I feel like it's such a good game on paper too, man. But with all the injuries, I will not be there. But still, give me the Packers.
Fair enough. Got to vote against me. I respect it. Let's move into the usual Sunday 6 p.m. slate. Then we kick off Cardinals at Bengals. This is shit at terrible. Give me Bengals to win, Cardinals to cover a 7.5-point spread. Should I even do that? Because every time I back the Cardinals, they just get blown out by 20. Give me the Bengals minus 7.5. Give me the Bengals minus 7.5. Key?
Give me the Bengals by 1 trillion.
Okay, I'm guessing you're starting Joe Burrow in the fantasy playoff final then? Or are you just keeping it under wraps for now? Okay.
Drake May.
I see the games he play. Q, who are you picking?
Yeah, I'll meet you boys in the middle and say Bengals by 20.
Fairs. Let's move on to another 7.5-point spread. This one's a bit dodgy. Seahawks at Panthers. 7.5-point favorites are the Seahawks, one of the best teams in the league. Obviously, number 1 seed in the NFC. This Panthers team, though, there's just something seedy about them. And it looks like T-Mac, Tetherall McMillan, is going to win Rookie of the Year and break my little Egbuka heart. But give me the Seahawks minus 7.5. I've just got to bet on the Panthers having a stinker and the Bucks having a big one. That's what I need right now. And I'm betting with my mind right now. Not me heart, or with my heart, not my mind. But because I feel like the Panthers will just be sneaky and stick around in this, bro. We've seen them do it all this season. This could be a field goal game for Jason Myers or a 6-point W for the Seahawks. Let me take Panthers plus the points. Q, who are you picking and why?
Looking at this Panthers team all year, they've definitely been very scrappy, kept keeping themselves in every single game. But I definitely see them splitting the last 2 games of the year versus the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. It just depends on which one they're going to lose first. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's the obvious pick, and it's the one I'm going to have to stick with, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks on this one. And I feel like Panthers, just coming off a win against the Buccaneers, losing to the Seahawks, and then they play the Buccaneers again. It's going to be a great matchup between those two in Week 18.
Key, who have you got?
I can honestly see the Panthers winning this. I really can, and I'm trying my best not to pick them. But it's not even like because it's the Seahawks and the number 1 seed. I just really want them to. You know what? I'm picking the Panthers. Live on air, changing. Give me the Panthers. Give me Bryce Young.
Who do the Seahawks have on the last week? Is it you guys?
Yeah.
This could be another plan ahead for the division rival game to win the division title. Let's look over the Panthers, not take them serious. 8-7. Panthers get a sneaky win. Give me the Panthers plus the points. I'm still taking Seahawks money line, but I feel like 7.5. I feel like they can just stick around. Even in garbage time, Bryce Young's been dealing it. We've got another division matchup. I like the way, I was going to say EA, as if they have anything to do with it. I like the way the NFL have set up the schedule this season. So like the last 2 weeks, there's a lot of division games. Some of them mean something and some of them really don't. We've got an AFC North matchup. Steelers at Browns. I need the Steelers to lose if the Ravens are going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they will. So give me Steelers to win, but give me Browns plus 3.5 points, just to cover the perfect time and Shadorness that we might see. No, the Browns are trash. Give me the Steelers to cover. The Browns organization is garbage, top to bottom. Key, who have you got? For real?
I'm kidding. I haven't. Give me Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, he's been dealing it.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
He's been dealing. He was mic'd up this week. It got me fired up watching that mic'd up with him this week.
Slower than a 42-year-old man.
He got me pumped up, man. I would play for that guy. That would be the guy I would rally around. And he's got that locker room. Q, your guy, A-Rod, obviously, ex-Packer. Who have you got on this?
It's so weird that you say that, because I hear time and time again that he's just a terrible teammate. Nobody actually wants to be around this guy. It's just so weird to see so many people actually playing the sport who like this guy so much. It's just, I don't get it. The media is telling me to hate this guy with all my heart, but I can't do it. But yeah, obviously I'm going with the Steelers. It's a Christmas miracle that the Steelers not only won that game, I think it was the right call at the end, the offensive pass interference thing. But also on Twitter, Bears fans, they are locked into the playoffs because of that game. And I've seen people thanking owner Aaron Rodgers for getting them into the playoffs. How insane is that? How insane is that? Aaron Rodgers, owner of the Bears, hits the Lions down, gets the Bears into the playoffs, and Bears fans are saying, "Thank you, owner Aaron Rodgers." Absolutely insane. But yeah, I'm going with another Steelers win here.
Yeah, man, that last call, I feel like the referee should be fined for the way he announced it. Like, did you hear the way he announced the last ruling? He said the ruling on the field is a touchdown. You can't start with that. Because the crowd went crazy. They didn't even hear the second part.
Oh, you absolutely can. You absolutely can.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown, but he should have started off like, yo, let me finish before you celebrate because you're not going to like it. You know what I mean? The ruling on the field, hold on, you're not going to like it. It's a touchdown, but he should have done it quicker. You know what I mean? He said it's a touchdown. Everyone started celebrating, but you've got to feel bad for the Lions fans or not. It's up to you. If you want to feel bad,
I don't feel bad for one fan, that's for sure. Do we want to talk about that or no?
Oh yeah, DK Metcalf suspended for the last 2 games of the regular season. Obviously, an investigation needs to be done there. He said he called him by his government name, which apparently DK has no problem with. He just uses DK because it's easier to pronounce. According to DK Metcalf, what he reported to Chad Ochocinco Johnson, he called him a very naughty word that begins with the letter N, which obviously I will not repeat. And also he called his mother the C word, which I will not repeat either. So that's DK's report. The fans saying that he didn't say that, or he said he just called him by his name, but I don't know why you would punch him for saying his name. But Q, you want to jump in?
Yeah. This is actually the second altercation that DK has had with this specific fan, and I don't know if you've seen the videos after the whole thing happened, but after the whole thing happened, DK walks away. The fan turns around, looks at the crowd, and goes, "This is exactly what we wanted. That was the goal." Like, fucking Hall of Fame instigator, I guess. But also, let me ask you guys this: if you're at work and you see somebody like poke their head into your like break room or whatever, would you consider that in the break room, like in your place of work, or no? You
Yeah.
would? Okay. So imagine, if you will, that situation where the guy, this is the second time this guy has poked his head into your place of work. This guy's leaning over the rail to talk shit to DK Metcalf, and just DK has talked about this fan before, saying, "Hey, you guys need to take care of this. This is getting ridiculous." So he throws a swipe at him, and he's suspended for 2 games, lost out on $45 million in guarantees, and it's basically setting a precedent that fans can pretty much do whatever they want and get away with it. I really don't like that. The suspension, I like. Obviously, you can't be swiping at fans. Suspension, I get, but to lose out on that kind of money for this guy who has been a repeat problem, I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like the money part is rough. You know, you can appeal that and maybe try and sort it out with the Steelers themselves, but I don't know if any owner's gonna want to cough up 40 million to be nice to the player. You know what I mean? But it's a tough one. Obviously, the league has to set that precedent that you can't just go and hit fans. But I feel like I know it's like this is bad to say, and you're supposed to be professionals and you get paid this money to deal with that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all just human beings. I feel like if someone's talking crazy to me in the crowd, I should be able to hit the guy. You know what I mean? And I'm against violence. I've seen Vinland Saga, you know what I mean? I have no enemies type shit. But bro, if I'm DK Metcalf in that situation, this guy's allegedly called me the N word, called me mother, a C word. I'm ripping him out the stands. You know what I mean? Come play, bro. Come play linebacker. And he'll just get fucking stiff armed into the ground. Like, DK Metcalf, especially, he's not someone that you want to play with, bro. I don't know why he's picked DK out of all people. Have you seen the size of this guy? Like, I was trying to think of a Steelers player that he should go after instead, but I'm like, all of those guys are like fucking 300 pound and 6'7". So like, you don't even want to go after any of them. Do you know what I mean? Darnell Washington, nah, actually, he could just fucking climb into the stands just straight up, lad. He's that tall. But anyway, I think keep your stupid thoughts to yourself if you're a fan. Obviously, like it's fine to be like, you're trash, and whatever. Have you seen those guys at the Titans that do it? On the front row with the Titans, and every time the team's warming up in the end zone, it's like, you guys are trash. I love that. Keep it respectful, you know what I mean? That's funny. Even the players find that funny sometimes. But obviously, this has gone too far. And yeah, it's going to be a big loss for DK. But then he was only getting like 2 targets a game anyway, you know, in that Steelers offense. But yeah. Key, did you make your pick for that game? You did. You went with A-Rod, didn't you? Yeah. Let's move on to another short spread. New Orleans Saints at the Tennessee Titans. Titans coming off a big win against the Chiefs last week. Are they revitalized and rejuvenated? I am backing the Saints, though. -2.5 points. Titans, you getting shoved tonight. You know what I mean? We're getting shoved tonight. Tyler Shuff, bro, I gave him a lot of stick at the start of the year on these videos when he became the starter because I was a fan of the rattlesnake Spencer Rattler, and I was like, damn, he's took my guy's starting job. This guy's been in college for like 15 years. I thought he was a teacher. Never mind the student. He was there that long. I thought he was the janitor. He'd been there for that long. But I've watched the Saints the last few weeks because I've had money on them. Tyler Shuff is a good quarterback. I feel like he's the guy of the future for the Saints. They've got one there for real. They need a running back. Probably need another receiver because they traded away, obviously, Rashid Shaheed, traded away their left tackle to the Chargers on the trade deadline. So there's some pieces that they do need to add, but I like the Saints. This game is completely pointless, though. So give me the Saints and let's move on. Key, who have you got?
Yeah, this one stinks. Give me the Saints.
Will you be watching this one? Oh, Q, who have you got?
Give me the Saints too. I think, like I've always talked about it, Kellen Moore just does such a fantastic job with this team, and I'm liking what I see from the Titans. I think they're definitely taking steps in the right direction, but I think it's more you're going to be looking more towards next year than anything else good happening this year.
Nice. We move on to the Jags at Colts. Jags 6.5-point favorites. You got to feel bad for the Colts, man. The way their season has unraveled. Key, who are you picking in this one?
You know, this one's a bit of a tough one with obviously how well the Jaguars have been playing, or Jaguars have been playing. But give me Philly Rivers and my guy JT. I'm taking the Colts. I love them.
Fair enough. You've just whooped their ass on Monday Night Football off a short week against division rival. You think they get the job done? I love the confidence, honestly. I love Philip Rivers, man. It's so good to see him back, bro. Seeing his reaction after the first touchdown and that. You just love to see it. I thought it was hilarious the way every time they panned to the crowd to show his family, they had to do like the widest view camera possible and show the entire stand. Because anyway, Q, who are you picking?
Yeah, he's got his own starting 11 up there, that's for sure. I think I'm still rocking with the Jaguars defense on this one. They've been very incredible all year, especially I know we go back and forth on how much credit we actually want to give to Bo Nix, but I think he's definitely done his job this year, and the defense definitely did their job against him. I can see them doing their job against Philip Rivers, so give me Jaguars on this one.
Yeah, man, I'm also taking the Jags to win and cover. Feel really bad for the Colts, like I say. But I have woke up on the Jags, for a lot of episodes in this season. I was calling the Jags a bum-ass team. I was like, how have they got that record? And I've said that every week. But last week, I really woke up and was like, actually, the Jags, good team. I'm going to pick them to beat the Broncos. Got that right. Felt good about myself. I'm picking the Jags to win and cover here. They are turning into a great team, despite Travis Hunter being out for the season, which is just like, to lose that, your number one overall draft pick, and still ball out like this. They could be scary next year when he comes back. Bro, Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, and Travis Hunter as a wide receiver triple. That's kind of scary, bro, not going to lie. Let's move on to Bucks at Dolphins. Buccaneers 5.5-point favorites. Quinn Ewers starting again, I think, for the Dolphins. Give me the Bucks to win and cover. This is the point in the season. The Buccaneers need to get their head out of their asses and play like an actual football team. They have looked garbage for quite some time now. Got beat last week in a must-win game against the Panthers, really. I know they play them again this season, but still, if they want any chance of making the playoffs, they have to win. Give me the Bucks to win and cover. Q.
Yeah, just move the ticker back about 20 seconds or so and just replay that same clip again because that's exactly how I'm feeling. So, Buccaneers.
And Key.
I really need the big H-Chan game for my Super Bowl hopes. Fantasy Super Bowl, that is, guys. The Dolphins aren't making the playoffs.
Yeah, no chance.
Give me the Buccaneers, though. Honest.
Fez, I thought you were going to do it then. I thought you were going to pick the Dolphins. All right, let's move on. Another division matchup. Patriots at Jets. Patriots 13.5-point favorites. 13.5 points is crazy. That's ridiculous. But these two teams have flipped records. Patriots are 12-3. Jets are 3-12. Give me the Patriots, no question. Key?
Another fantasy game for me. Drake May, throw for $1 million. Give me the Patriots.
And Q, who have you got?
Guess whose defense I just picked up? Go Pats.
That's fair enough, man. You know what I mean? One thing I will say, because I love to question Key's fantasy picks every week and make him doubt himself, right? This game could get out of hand, Key. Drake May could get pulled out of the game by the third quarter. I'm just saying.
That's fine.
I'm just saying.
As long as he's put 2 on the board, that's fine with me.
He might have 150 yards, 1 touchdown. Defense will be there the whole game. Hey, you see the mind games I'm playing? You see the games he playing? We're moving into the late slate on Sunday. Giants at Raiders. Shit at terrible. Garbage at garbage truck. Give me the Raiders. -1.5 points. Both of these teams suck. But Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, that has me feeling way more nice than whatever the fuck the Giants have going on. So, Key, who are you picking?
Come on, guys. Fourth co-host Tom. He hasn't made an appearance yet, but I'll appear for him, and I'm in blue. Give me the Giants.
I mean, he's 2-13. I don't think he wants to make an appearance this season. But you're picking the Giants, yeah, fair enough. That's a loss. Q, who have you got?
Yeah, I'm going Raiders as well. They got two big ballers on the offense, and it's a fight for the number one overall pick, that's for sure. But I think Raiders are going to be winning this fight.
Yeah, both of these teams are 2-13 on the record. Number one pick in the draft, usually a quarterback. It's usually the worst team in the league, and you're normally the worst team in the league because you don't have a quarterback. The Giants do, though. They have 3 quarterbacks, one for the future, who is their starter. They get the first overall pick. That's a position of power right there, because they don't need the first overall pick. They could trade that away to the Raiders. They could trade it to the Raiders. You know what I mean? Get some compensation there. Because the Raiders need a quarterback, I'll tell you that for a fact. But 2 teams that don't need a quarterback, maybe one of them does. It's the Eagles at the Bills. Bills 1.5-point favorites. The Bills are catching fire a little bit towards the end of the season. James Cook is proving he is worth all of that money that they paid for him. And I am taking the Bills. Fuck the Eagles. Sorry ass team. Give me the Bills. You already know. Deion Dawkins, Josh Allen, James Cook, Keon Coleman on Christmas weekend with the milk and cookies. Hey, Key, take it away. Who have you got on why?
I just want to preface this. I wanted to tell you guys about this. I was watching a little TikTok last night, and it was this girl who's an Eagles fan watching the Niners game.
An E-girl?
Watching a highlight.
Sorry.
An E-girl, yeah. A Philly E-girl fan. And she was watching a Niners game, and every throw that was made, she was like, Jalen Hurts would have put that way closer in his hands, would have put that way. And literally every throw that was incomplete, she was like, Jalen Hurts would have done this. And I was just sat there. I don't think I nodded the whole time. I don't think I smiled. I'm like Scott in his music reactions. I was just like shaking my head. But with that in mind, give me Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles win. I'm never fully sold on the Bills. I feel like they have a stinker, they have a good, they have a stinker, they have a good, and they have a stinker. And I think this is going to be a stinker.
Fair enough. I like the split. Q, which side you on?
Well, the Bills definitely changed up their strategy from their usual thing. Instead of doing nothing in the first half, they decided to do nothing in the second half. Still ended up getting the win against the Browns, but they definitely can't do that against the Eagles. But yeah, man, this Eagles team has been on a roller coaster themselves, and I don't know if they're going to enjoy this stop against the Bills. I'm rocking with the Bills on this one.
Fair enough, man. I was just thinking about that. Like the last few weeks, you've said about how the Bills take the first half off, like it's optional. And sometimes that, backfires. But then look at what happened with the Patriots. They were, 21-0 down, was it? Or 24-0 down a half. And then the Bills came back in second half and even overcame that big deficit. The Eagles, you give them a head start. The way their offense is playing this year, I don't really see them getting that big of a head start anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's for the Bills if they want to try and do a little comeback. But and you look at a few weeks ago, the Cowboys-Eagles game, we gave them, 20-odd points and came back second half. So this could be a battle of who wants to take which half off. Also, it's in Buffalo in December. It might be snowing. Look for Saquon Barkley to have a big day in the snow. Man, I just want to see some football games in the snow. What a blessing it is to see some football games in the snow. Speaking of a place where there will never be any snow, San Francisco hosting the Chicago Bears. The chilly Iceman Caleb Williams heading over to sunny San Fran. Key, I'll let you kick us off. It's your team. Who have you got? Niners are 2.5-point favorites here against the red hot, ice cold Bears.
The the red hot ice cold Bears, and the only red hot person involved in this game. We've got CMC on fire, Brock coming off a 5 touchdown, 1 interception game. That interception wasn't his fault. You hate to see it. Either way, 5 touchdowns. Sign me up. I'm debating picking him up for me fantasy just for this Super Bowl, just to go down with the boys. If I lose, I lose. If I win with Brock. I win with my guys. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. But George Kittle may not play, which is heartbreaking.
That'll be a big loss. That'll be a very big loss. Q, who have you got?
I feel like I might be setting myself up for disappointment later, but I'm also rocking with the 49ers on this one. They've been calling them the cardiac bears because of how they're always making these crazy comebacks. But, if you need to headhunt Jordan Love, cut off our heaters, get an onside kick in overtime to beat the Malik Willis-led, Micah Parsons-less, Tucker Kraft-less Packers, then, good for you guys. Get that job done. But I don't know if they're going to get that job done against the 49ers.
Well, it's down to me again to back the city of Chicago and pick against the Niners. But I'm not just picking against the Niners because the Niners, I genuinely support this Bears team. I think what they're doing over there, what Ben Johnson has done with that offense, is just incredible. Turnaround in just 1 year. From arse to class. Sounds better in a different accent, but
Arse to class.
yeah, exactly. I just didn't want to say class. Oh, that's class. Fucking what's his name? Pie face.
Oh, let's go. That's class.
Yeah, give me the Bears money line. Not even the 2.5. Give me Bears money line to win this game. Caleb Williams. That's my guy. That's my new Lamar for this year. Since Lamar's been fucking about, this is my new Lamar, Caleb Williams. If I don't get his Mutmas present on Madden, in fact, this is going up on Christmas Day, so I can tell you in the comments below. If I don't get the first pick of Mutmas, Caleb Williams, 93 overall, if I don't get that card, I will be very disappointed from my presence in Madden. But give me the Bears. The Bears are the best team in that NFC right now. Give me the Bears to win this game. Because the Niners just suck, bro. I'm not going to lie. Phillip Rivers was dicing you up. What's Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson going to do? You know what I mean? Brock Purdy loves to throw an interception. Who leads the league in interceptions and turnovers? It's the Bears. Give me the Bears to win. Any rebuttal?
Who'd have thought, Q, honestly?
Hey, they've been doing me nice this season. 10-4, 11-4.
Insulted both of us. He somehow insulted both of us, Q, in one game.
Damn, both teams 11-4. I mean, yeah, give me the Bears. Anyway, let's move into the last game because I've got to shoot in a moment. Probably should not have my hands like this introducing this team. It's the LA Rams at the Atlanta Falcons. Monday Night Football. My hands are wide open. Give me the Rams to win and cover 7.5 points. The Falcons team are hot and cold. You never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. And so are the Atlanta Falcons. Points to mention, I've just clocked. We mentioned the Pro Bowl before. No Devontae Adams in the Pro Bowl. Doesn't he lead the league in touchdowns? That's kind of crazy. Or maybe the league just see it as I stat at him from the 1 yard line. Not impressed. Give me the Rams though. Q.
Yeah, I'm back in the Rams. Puka needs to calm down a little bit, but as long as he's going off only on the field, I think he'll be all right. Give me Rams.
I mean, since he seems to be loving, doing live streams and stuff, he might be banned from them for a while, but Puka Nakua, this is an open invite. Come and join us on the show, bro. You know what I mean? There's no tricks are going to be played over here. We're not going to get you to do anything that could get you in trouble. We're just going to talk ball. Puka Nakua, open invite. The fuck am I doing inviting Puka Nakua onto the show, bro? You know what I mean? Fucking Puka's grandkids. In fact, he doesn't even have grandkids. That's Phillip Rivers. Ignore that joke I was going to make. Key.
I was going to make an awful joke.
So,
I can't.
It can get cut.
I was going to say.
Yeah, we can't put that in. Yeah, that's getting cut. But Key, can you make your pick before we get arrested?
Let's make it a 3-piece. Give me the Rams.
Not your Kirk Cousins-led Falcons?
Not this week,
even,
sadly.
Even with Big Kirko at the helm?
You know what? I do like Kirk being at the helm, and I'm potentially thinking of picking up Kyle Pitts
You're such a hype
for my
beast.
tight end if George Kittle doesn't play. But still, give me the Rams. Come on.
This guy's such a hype beast, but that's the last game of the week. Let's move into quickly our pick six parlay. My favorite part of the week. Boys, have you got your players sorted for the pick six parlay? Oh, we prepped. Look at us. Who'd have thought it? Because I have my two players too. This is usually a freestyle segment at the end of the show. Who wants to kick us off? Q, do you want to go first? We always start with Key, and he ends up robbing our players, so we're going to go reverse order. Key, you're going last. Q, who have you got?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to rob Key of one, I feel like, and I'm sorry to do it, man. I tried to go holiday themed. You talk about Chris Kringle's going to be coming soon. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to find his way into the end zone. So give me him anytime touchdown. And also, Santa's going down that chimney into the fireplace. What's at the bottom of the fireplace usually? A ton of ash. Genty. I think Ashton Genty, easily another one, going to be getting into the end zone. So those are my guys.
They're two good
Wait,
picks.
chat, this guy's goated.
It was that both of your picks?
No,
Oh,
I just like them.
What the hell? For my two picks, my first one is going to be Ramondre Stevenson for the New England Patriots. Travion Henderson has entered concussion protocol, so it's going to be a lot of Ramondre running that rock. Hopefully, he can make it in there against the bum-ass Jets. Only problem, if the game gets too out of hand second half, maybe he gets pulled out. But then they don't really have anyone. They're down a running back already with Travion being out, so give me Dre Day, as Drake May calls him. Dre Day, I like that name. Give me Dre Day to get in the end zone. And I was going to go with another running back. I was going to go Kenneth Gainwell from the Steelers. Was that your pick? No. Oh, you had like
picked them up in fantasy, didn't you?
I picked up Dre Day too. Yeah, I picked up both of them. Because Javonte Williams is questionable for the Cowboys too, so I need a running back. Come on, Mr. Kyle Pitts. Fuck out of here, boy. I'm talking about Kyle Pitts.
You shout at me every week picking on our fantasies.
For what?
Picking the picks from our fantasies.
I made these pick six picks and then picked them up in fantasy, if that's any consolation. Well, I'm going with Kenneth Gainwell.
I was going to say, are we going to have to start calling Ramondre Stevenson Dre Day?
That's a good nickname. I can't lie, Drake. Or what if it's Drake Dre Day May? We combine the two. That don't really hit. Kenneth Gainwell, though, like I say, Steelers, their run game's been improving. O-line's been playing well. And Gainwell is a good receiving back too. You saw that touchdown he got last week against the Lions, which was fucking incredible catch. Incredible awareness to just get up and get in the end zone because he hadn't been touched down. I do have a third honorable mention pick, which I want to give at the end, but Key, we'll let you go first in case it's one of your guys.
So, I wanted to go a little outside the box.
Oh, great! You want to waste us some money?
Cortland Sutton.
Who they got again? Broncos.
I can't remember.
Oh, so you just picked this guy just on a random.
Somebody poop. I forgot already. Let's check.
Oh, the Chiefs.
Broncos at Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs. I'm saying the offense isn't going to be on the field very long for the Chiefs. So, Cortland Sutton. And also, picking presents. George Pickens. Shiesty because it's cold. Give me George Pickens.
Fair enough. George Pickens has a history of big days on Christmas as well. I remember the Steelers played the Bengals. I want to say the Bengals. Yeah, it was the Bengals. I haven't done that in a while. And he had 4 receptions, 195 yards and 2 tuds. So hopefully we see the same again from George Pickens, but I like it. CMC, Ashton Genty, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Gainwell, Cortland Sutton, and George Pickens. I want to do an honorable mention to the boy Jacoby Myers from the Jags. I just like that guy. And the Colts defense, watching how Brock Purdy was able to dice them up. Trevor Lawrence is going to have a day. That defense is just depleted. Arse. give me Jacoby Myers as an honorable mention. That's like our reserve pick in case any of these guys get ruled out. Throw him in there. And gamble responsibly. Forgot to say that at the start. This is all for entertainment purposes and a bit of fun. And we have no gambling sponsor yet. If you would like to sponsor us, there is a contact email on the channel. But yeah. So, DraftKings, FanDuel, any of you guys, you're not even active in the UK, but still hit us up, you know what I mean? I want some money from this. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week 17 episode of the Nameless NFL show. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. And do we have another episode before the new year? Or will it be the new year when the next game week is? It'll be the new year, won't it? Yeah.
Probably uploaded New Year, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it says the 3rd. Week 18 is the 3rd of Jan. I didn't know if he was going to have like New Year's Day games or anything with the holidays. But yeah, people, we will see you in the new year. Anything to add, boys, before we sign off?
Don't forget, guys, Christmas episode is next week. Looking forward to seeing you guys there.
Fuck's sake.
I will be there. Merry Christmas. It's finally the Christmas episode. I was right last week.
It is finally the Christmas episode. The last upload of the year from me too, because there will be no more videos on the channel this week or until the end of the year. Because also my FIFA series is over. Congratulations to me for the end of a chapter, the end of an era. The Dream Tale is now done. If you haven't seen that, that's what blew my channel up. Go watch that if you like storytelling. The last episode, dare I say it, was absolute cinema. But yeah, so it's just the NFL pick show going forward now, boys. That's all we got going on the channel, you know what I mean? It's just us. It's just us, oos. You know what I mean? So, boys, Merry Christmas. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. And we'll catch us in 2026. Take it easy, people, man. Let's fucking go, boys. Have a good Christmas. I need to go get ready for work. I need to leave in about 10 minutes, so I can't even stay for no overtime. I love overtime as well. It's like my favorite part of the edit, getting to the end and we have the overtime shenanigans, but I'm doing overtime in real life. You know what I mean? It's not even overtime, it's fucking contracted hours, but it's on fucking Christmas.